I've gotten this song requested to me so many times, so I'm so excited to do Nightwish Ghost Love Score. Let's do it. Live version. Already so cinematic. Oh. I had no idea it was going to be a female-fronted band. Okay, let's go. I was not expecting this. Wow. Oh my gosh. I am like, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. She's so good, it's like distracting me. That almost sounded like a siren song. Okay, guitar solo. Okay. So I'm feeling like this is like a love song, like a breakup song. My fall will be for you. My love will be in you. What's about to happen? encore, encore. These lyrics are just so powerful. If you be the one to cut me, I'll bleed forever. Like, this pain of losing you will literally never end. If you are the one to decide that we aren't going to be together, then I will never get over this pain. It will always be marked on me. I will always be bleeding. It's such a real feeling when you go through a breakup with someone you love. It's like that feeling that is so ever present of I will never be the same again. Bring me home or leave me be. Like, take me back into our love, or just let me be on my own. Like some Celtic feel. Nothing more powerful than live music, man. You guys believe this is amazing? So emotional. Wow. 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 Ghost love score. I mean, there really is just like nothing more painful than losing the one that you love, than the one that you thought that you would be with forever. I feel like this line is like the whole thing. If you be the one to cut me, I'll bleed forever. If you're the one that leaves me, then that's a pain that will never leave me. I will always be bleeding for you. And when we think about I'll bleed forever, what's interesting about that line is like the way to actually stop the bleeding is to apply pressure. If we just allow it, sure, the bleeding will either stop eventually or you'll die. Like you simply can't bleed forever. But if we actually want to stop the bleeding, you apply pressure to the wound. And when you listen to this song, you can do that by actually facing the wound. The way that we heal our physical wounds is the same way that we heal our emotional wounds. We can't be afraid to have contact with the wound. So often, and why it feels like we bleed for so much longer than is necessary, is because there's a part of us that's afraid to actually have contact with the wound. A lot of the time that fear comes from this idea that if we have contact with it, if we face it, it will consume us and it will overcome us. But the reality is that we have to have contact in order to apply pressure. And the type of pressure that we need to apply to that wound is a pressure which is one where we're looking at the wound. We're actually seeing it for what it is. The stories that we're telling ourselves because we lost this person, the future that we are creating, or the future that we're grieving because we lost this person. We need to actually look at it and be critical about the lens that we're seeing it through and apply pressure to that lens. It is so real to experience this depth of deep pain when you lose someone that you thought that you would never lose. And so that feeling of, if you are the one to cut me, I will bleed forever, is also very real. It's like, I had only imagined this one way. I had only imagined this one life, and that was our life together. And now our love is a ghost, and I have to imagine this other way. And so the only way is for me to continue and bleed and grieve this other path that I now don't get to have. There's no other option. I'm either with you or I'm bleeding for you. And I'm bleeding forever. And that seems like the logical way to look at it when we are not coming up close to the wound and applying pressure and looking at the way that we're actually thinking about things and understanding the stories that we're creating, that we'll never find love again, that we'll never find happiness again, even though we were happy before and we likely had found love before. And we have to, when we listen to this song, we get to come into contact with our wound and provide that healing energy, that care of like, yeah, it's hard. You thought things were going to be one way and now they're another way. You thought that you were going to get to be with this person forever. And now for whatever reason, you don't get to have that opportunity and your love is a ghost. There is grief there. You have to allow yourself to grieve that. You have to get up close to the wound. You have to look at it. You have to see it with love. And then you have to apply healing light and pressure of like, I'm with you. You have to be with yourself in it and in the pain. And I know that that's such a difficult thing to do, but if we want to stop the bleeding, we have to apply the right kind of pressure. And in this case, the right kind of pressure is being critical about the wound and the stories that we're telling ourselves because of the wounding. And then also applying that pressure of compassion to the wound of like, yeah, it's going to hurt for a little while. It's not going to bleed forever because it physically can't bleed forever. That's not something that can actually happen. The bleeding has to stop physically and emotionally at some point. And so we just have to be, until that point, we have to be willing to apply pressure continuously to the wound. And that means looking at it with love and compassion and understanding all of the stories that it's telling us about ourselves and our future. What a powerful song. Wow. Wow. Not at all what I was expecting, you guys. That was amazing. What did you think? Did you like it? I loved it. I feel like if you're going through a breakup and you're losing a love, this is a really powerful song to listen to. And if you are going through that where you're losing someone that you loved, or maybe you have lost someone that you've loved, and maybe it's been a while and you feel like the bleeding hasn't stopped, please share in the comments by tagging out HeartSupport. We will encourage you. That's what we're here for. Our comment section is a living support wall. And I get it. I see you. I know what it's like. It's hard. It feels like it's never ending. And my heart aches for you, and I'm with you as you're trying to stop the bleeding. And if you want to be someone who helps people apply pressure to the wounds in their life, I want you to sign up to be a volunteer with us. Click the link below. We need people just like you. You don't have to be a therapist like me. It's just like you. We need people just like you to just come up and support and help us heal the scene. So click that link below, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Mwah.